Hello and welcome to Solo Guitar Residency with Dr. Levin. No, I'm not a real doctor, but I used to watch ER with my mom. I have a collection of syringes and morphine, and I can dress a wound. I can dress it up, because I used to have Barbies. Let's talk about that some other time. This is a very special week. If you're watching this in the future, it's just a normal week. But if you're watching it this week, it's a very special week. I'm going to be releasing a video every day of this week about solo guitar. You might wonder why I'm doing that. Well, it has a lot to do with the fact that I have a new album coming out next week called Invisible Paradise, and I'm shamelessly promoting myself. And a lot of people say they're shamelessly promoting themselves and think it's an excuse, and then they go ahead and shamelessly promote themselves. But I don't think it's an excuse. You should hate me for this. But each of these videos are going to be about the art of playing solo guitar. Solo guitar is an amazing thing to do. It's simply the act of having a guitar in your hand and in your hands, assuming you have two. People can play with one. It's the act of having a guitar and by yourself, expressing yourself, making music, making sounds. So many of the things you learn, it's like if you go up to music school, you're learning these things, but they don't sound good on their own. You need a band to play them. You need other musicians around to express these ideas. But with solo guitar, you can really open up and express yourself. And so you go to music school, and then you come home and your parents are like, "What did you learn for my $50 million I just spent?" And then you're like, "Oh, I learned the C scale." But you can't really show them what you really learned by yourself unless you get good at solo guitar. And I love solo guitar, as I've made it quite clear in the last 2 minutes. So in each of the lessons this week, it's going to be listed part 1, part 2, part 3, so even if you're in the future and it's not this week, you can still follow along. Each of the lessons I'm going to have either a concept regarding the technique behind solo guitar, which personally I use hybrid picking a lot, which is when you use your pick and your fingers at the same time. It looks like this. I love using hybrid picking. That's kind of my favorite technique to use for solo guitar. So I'm going to show you a lot of different mini etudes for that. And also I'm going to show you ways that I like to write music with solo guitar and find new chord progressions and explore the depths of the music world beyond and all that stuff. Additionally, I'm going to focus on solo guitar for electric guitarists, solid body guitar players, because there's a ton of material out there for acoustic solo guitar, and there are all these new cats like Andy McKee who are doing these crazy things, and Tommy Emmanuel, and I don't really know that much about those things, and they certainly do, and there's plenty of resources for learning that. But I'm going to show you some ways I like to do solo guitar on the electric solid body guitar, because that is definitely my most used instrument. I don't want to say I prefer electric guitar, but this is just a little introduction video to what's going to be happening this week, and I hope that you enjoy what's to come. Check in at the Ben Levin Group Facebook page or benlevinmusic.com each day this week, and you can hear and learn and explore the solo guitar with me, fake Dr. Ben Levin. Brush your teeth.